Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. It's been a long time no see, but I got a day off. So I decided I wanted to film, but I have so much new stuff that I didn't even know where to start. So I was like, Natasha, I'm not gonna lie, if I have to pick somebody, it's gonna be that or Pat McGrath. And I did get a new Pat McGrath thing, but it's not new, so I didn't really want to do that one. I got the little duo, so it came out at Christmas, and I didn't order any of these. I did order everything else, but I didn't order the duos. And even for the price that I paid for it, it's just not. And don't get me wrong, I got a good deal on it. I believe it was on sale, and then I of course got my discounts. So at Ulta, but it just wasn't worth it. I hate to say it, but it wasn't. And I kind of felt the same way about the palette from Natasha. It is the mini eye sculpt palette. When I purchased it, I thought, okay, who would this be good for? And do I need it? Answer to the do I need it? Of course not. I don't need it. I've got too much as it is, right? Even with me trying to give it away. But I do think it could be for some, but I don't think for the majority. If you like makeup, do you need this? Unless you really do like her formula and you travel, then I could see it. Or if you maybe purchase like indie brand makeup for like duochromes and stuff, or triochromes, or the specialty type shades that the indie brands have, then I could see this being something, okay, maybe you do need, because it is small, it is compact, it doesn't take up much room, and it's your it's kind of like a basic need, to start a look, and then you finish it with something else. Could you start and finish a look with this? Yes, you could, but you really have to like mattes. And if you like any kind of like pretty things like that glitter or shimmer, it's not going to do that for you by no means. But since I was off, I thought, well, why not film? You know, haven't did it in a while, haven't put my opinion out there in a while. Might as well. So let's start with foundation. Now, you all don't do this at home, but I found my Marc Jacobs foundation, the Shameless, and it doesn't smell. So I figure it's still good, right? As long as it doesn't have like a crayon smell. Um, and I have it in medium R300. It's pretty close to my shade, pretty close. So I used that. I used for concealer the Too Faced Born This Way in light beige. I think it's a little too dark for the under the eyes. I feel like that would be better somehow as a foundation. I know this sounds weird, but for under the eyes, it just seems really heavy, in my opinion. And it could just be with my, skin under the eyes. But for the face, I find that works really well. But I wanted to test it again for under the eyes because I had done a mask. I really went out today because I'm off. So I did some skincare and I thought, okay, let's try this. I still feel the same way. To set the under eyes, I used Rimmel Stay Matte. And then the rest of the face, I used the Lawless. I don't know the name of it. Perfecting powder in light medium. And I had that in light, and I used it in the wintertime. It's perfectly fine. But I feel like in the summer it's going to be too light, so I had got that one, and it's going to be perfect for the summer. For bronzer, I used a good old faithful. I used the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. And I think it goes good. I think it went well with the foundation and everything. Again, it's a bronzer. Do you need it? No. There's nothing there's nothing bad about it, but it's not like it's better than anything else either. We're not talking hourglass bronzer here, okay? Just saying. Or baked bronzer in general. We're not talking that. And then for blush, I wanted to try the Melt Blush again. This is the one that came out in the Bailey Sarian collection, the second one, and it's called Please. And it's just a pretty pink. And I thought it would go good with my shirt, my little sweatshirt I'm wearing today. Y'all, it is so warm out. If you hear things like truck trailers and stuff, it's because of the interstate. I have my window down. I can put my window down, get some fresh air. Oh, it's so nice. So nice. It's been so long. For lips, I used the lip liner, Morphe lip liner in Foolish, because that's what I am. I thought it was perfect. And for the lip, I used Velvet Crush by Too Faced again. It is their Lip Injection Extreme Plumping Kicks Lip Gloss. I like this. I know it's okay. I don't believe in dupes. I think that things are inspired by something, but to be a dupe, it would have to have the same packaging. It would have to have the same ingredients, you know? I'm not saying that they're any better than the other, because that's not the case either. But what I'm saying is I just don't believe they could be very much inspired by something, but it's not an exact dupe. You know what I mean? So this is definitely like the Tarte ones, the Mario ones, NYX. I mean, any of those ColourPop. But this, you can feel plumping. I feel like the other ones are either minty or just glossy to where it makes your lips look bigger. This one does plump. It's not as extreme of a burn or anything like their regular glosses or anything, but there is a burn. If I'm not careful with this product, my lips can become chapped, so I don't wear it often, but when I do like it. It wears well. I like the colors. I have 3 of them, I think, so I definitely like them. For highlighter, y'all, do you remember the Peach collection? This is called Peach Frost. It's almost like a cream to powder type fit. Well, no, it's like a baked blush, but it still smells like peaches. I mean, how old is that collection, you know? Like, and look at how long it's still holding the smell, you know? Like, that's pretty good. And that's the highlighter I'm wearing. It's natural. I like it. It's nothing like their newer formula, the something crushed. What is it? Is it the Moon Crushed or yeah, Moon? Is that right? Something like that. I have one of them. It was in a little duo. All right, now onto the palette, or not a duo. It was a quad. It was a Christmas collection. It had like 3 blushes and a highlighter, I think. But anyway, back to this. Oh, and I am wearing a new mascara. So my top lashes is the new Gucci. Whoops, I'm dropping it. The new Gucci mascara. You knew I was buying this, right? Because we all know that the original one is my favorite. Besides, no, it's my favorite. It's my favorite. That's number 1 for me. Because I just like the way it just, yeah. And I know my lashes are not what they used to be. Because, well, I've been working a lot. And I may not have been wearing my lash serum. So some of them may have fallen out. I know. It is what it is, though. But we're starting back on the track. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying, you know. But anyway, I do think this is good for this particular look. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this. And then, again, I do think it's good for if you own the Indie Shadows or the ColourPop, what are they called? I just lost it. Super Shock Shadows, the Moon Dust Shadows. Today we are going to combine it with the Moon Dust Shadows with Urban Decay. I had bought this one at Christmas. I Not, I don't think it was this year. It was last year at Christmas, I believe. And I had also purchased this one at Christmas this year. This one was the one that released at Ulta. And for the price that I got it for, it was worth it. But to be fair, I mean, there's only one. You know what I mean? And it's one I don't have. It is called Space Cowboy Rides Again. Which, okay, that's all I'm going to say. But this is kind of like an all-in-one palette. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like this palette is necessarily needed with this one. But the other one, where it is all moon dust shadows, you would, well, I mean, you could do a one and done. But it is something that you need a base for the most part. Just saying. So let's get started. So for the first shadow right here, I just laid it all the way down, set the eye base. Oh, my eye base is the Sigma eyeshadow base primer in Ignite. That's the one I'm wearing today. Then we're going to go into, I basically try to use all these shades in some way, shape, or form. So we're just going to start at the next one now, the next darkest shade. And I do think that there is a beautiful gradient to this palette. Don't get me wrong. And again, I do think, I guess if you're a makeup artist even, it would be worth it to you because you don't want to carry a lot around. And I do think that this palette, for a base neutral look, would work on a lot of skin tones. I don't think it's going to work on every skin tone, but a lot. So depending on like your clientele and stuff, I could easily see a makeup artist maybe using it alongside something else. You know what I mean? Because the gradient that this palette has is beautiful. It does go from light to dark, like for real. Because it goes from cream to a black color. So, well, not to a black color. It's like a cream color to a black. And the black is black. I will say that. And the only reason I used the black was to line like the lash line and bottom lash line. You could use it in the outer corner if you wanted to. I'm just too scared to, so that's never going to happen. But I can definitely see if you want it to, it would work. So you can see that it's very lightly, like on my eye, it's nothing overpowering, you know, a gradient from cream to this one. Now we're going to move into the next darkest shade, which is the middle shade. And we're going to darken it up some. Again, when it comes to the gradient, it is a nice palette. I think I'm trying to talk myself into the palette, to be fair, because I'm kind of like, who needs it? Like, I don't need it. I know that. Am I glad I have it? Absolutely. Am I glad to support? Absolutely. But I can pull these shades out of her other palettes even if I wanted to. Darn close anyway. Maybe not the exact shades, other than maybe the black. Okay, fair, light, medium, deep, black. Okay. Let's see what she's doing. But again, you can see the gradient here. And they blend so beautifully together. Uh-oh. I think I hear a helicopter coming now. Oh, can't win for losing, have we? No, that's just a tractor trailer. Not one, but a tractor trailer. Oh my gosh, you all. Let me tell you. Well, maybe I can't tell you. Speaking of tractor trailers, I don't know if I can tell a story or not. I got a question. Actually, I don't know if I can tell the story, so I won't. But with that said, let me know. When people park in a dock area, I know that whatever business they're parking in can have them towed. I get it. But why would you park in a dock area? I'm just curious. Because, like, I don't understand the why. You know what I mean? Like, you know that belongs to. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going into the next darkest shade. Like, you have to know that it's a business. Like, it's a dock. You can see it clear as day. And you park there and go do whatever it is you're doing. Whether you be working out or going to eat or going to shop, whatever it is. But, like, why would you park there, not knowing if there's going to be a truck that comes into this dock, or a UPS or a FedEx or the mail, like anybody coming to deliver stuff? I don't understand why somebody would do that. And I'm telling you, it's not just once or twice that it's happened. It's a lot. And I don't understand. And I really thought, like, that was, like, I don't want to say illegal, but, like, you could get a parking ticket for it, so I guess it would be illegal. But then can you park there? Like, I'm just curious. Because what makes something like no parking? Because, like, I can't put a sign out on my road and put no parking. You know how you can buy them? Like, that's not how that works, I don't think. Maybe. But I'm just curious. Like, I don't understand why. There's a parking lot for parking, but you want to go and park on a dock. Like, what? I don't get it. And it causes, like, I don't, it causes so many problems. Because, like, it is a business, obviously, that you're parking in, and obviously they have a dock for a reason, so, like, you're stopping a business from conducting business in a sense, you know? And I don't get it. I'm just going back in with previous colors, trying to make sure it is somewhat blended, you know? Okay, we're going to go into that darkest brown again. And I'm just going to run it up on the lash line. For the most part. I mean, it's going to go a little bit. It's not thick, but it is a little bit, like, thick, I guess. Like, there was definitely a reason for this palette. Because I am liking it. Well, I'm grabbing it because it is convenient. I know that I've been grabbing it recently to do my makeup to go to work or something, but I think I'm grabbing it because it's right there. But, like, if I had, say, what is it? The palette that has the hyper natural palette, or the one that was like light and dark or something. I can't think of it. Palette. I'd probably grab for that more because I like the shadows in it more too. But there's more to it. But, like, I think I'm grabbing for this basic because it's just right there. And it's quick and easy too. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I feel like any of Natasha's palettes are quick and easy. So, like, that brand just, I personally think, has a really good formula. Alright. Alright, now onto the shadow. Here's the thing with these, though. And I didn't apply it with a finger. I'm applying it with a brush, okay? Let me fix this. Alright. The sweater, or the sweatshirt, it's not getting on my nerves. But it kind of, I don't know. Kind of not my favorite sweatshirt, to be fair. Okay, so I don't spray my brushes, as you all know. Could I? Yeah, I could, but I don't. I'll use my finger if I have to, but with these moon dust shadows, like the Super Shock shadows, I can pick it up on a brush. Even that's not the easiest. It is better to wet the brush and go in, or go in and then spray your brush once you got the product on it. But with the moon dust shadows, so far, I've applied them by finger. I don't get the precision if I do that. I've sprayed the brush, and at that moment it worked, but later through the day I realized it's down my face. And same with now. I applied it with the brush, and I did not spray it. I did tap over it with my fingers once I applied it, but it's kind of like too late then, to be fair. But it's all down my face. It's just everywhere. That's the downside. If y'all have a tip, let me know how, and not just applying, but how to make it last all day without going down your face. And again, some shadows I am more than willing to do that for, because I know that's what's going to happen, like the Pat McGrath ones. Although I will say her little wand thing helps that, which maybe I need to try that. It might make it work better. But I shouldn't have to at the same time. You know what I mean? But let me know. So the shade we're going to go into right now is called Wild Dipper Rides Again. Yeah, Wild Dipper Rides Again. Yeah. Which is this pinky color. I figured it works best because of what I'm wearing. So as you'll see, I'm going to pick it up. And I do have a good bit on here, okay? But this is how I would apply any of these shades. And I will tip my hat back because I already know that it's going to fall already. Especially if it gets in the lashes. I'm just done at that point. But we're going to put it right in the middle where I want the most. And flip it to make sure it's all going on there. And then I'm going to pat it in the best I can. Because I really do not want it on my face at all. Even though I know it's going to go, I really want to try to stop it the best I can. Like, I can already feel it falling. And don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful color. You know what I mean? I just don't think it's worth the aftermath. To be fair, my opinion. But it could be that I'm not a big fan of these. I do think they're pretty. Like, I'm not going to doubt, say they're not. But, like, I'm not a fan as in, oh, I got to have every one. They're the best things in the world type of thing. Like, I'm not that fan. Alright. Shoot. Alright. We may... Yeah, we're going to have to go back in. The other side's brighter. So I'm just picking up a little bit this time. And I am really going to dab it into the front portion of this lid. So I done that, and then I took the warmth of my finger and kind of just patted it in. I'm not even moving it. I'm literally just patting. A, to pick up any excess that may be there, and B, to try to push it in. See, I didn't get any excess really on my finger, but yet it'll be down my face. I don't understand. Like, what's it do? Come unglued from my face, eyelid, through movement or through the day? Like, I don't know. It's just something I don't want them to do that type of thing. But overall, it's a beautiful look. Alright, now we're going to go back to the Natasha Denona palette. No, we're not. We'll just finish with Urban Decay. Then we'll go back to Natasha. Let me grab the brush. Where is it? Here we go. And we're going to go into the shade Star Cowgirl. oops, which is this cream colored Super Shock, and I'm going to pick it up, and we're going to pat this right in the inner corner to highlight the inner corner. And I'm trying to be ever so careful, because again, I do not want it going down my face. Like that. There's not much of a, well, I guess you can see it. Then I'm going to pick up a little bit on the tippy top of the brush. And I haven't done this in a while with my looks, but we're just going to take it up a little bit, like in the crease, to give it a little more oomph, I guess is the best word for it. Not too much, but just a little, to make it look like it's doing something. I don't know what it makes it look like it's doing, but something is my intent. I guess it is doing a little bit of something. We'll pretend. Just pretend with me it is. Like, I do think they're pretty, I do. I just don't think they're pretty enough for the mess they make. And again, just my opinion. In case you all do like them. Because I get it. But I just don't like the mess. Alright, so now we're going to go into the darkest shade, which is this black. And I am going to line the top lash line and bottom lash line with it. And you can definitely see how black this is. And it is a matte. So it's a black matte. So I would say that it is very black and very matte. Like, she wasn't playing when it came to the black shade. She was like pigment on. Which some brands do that, some don't. So I can appreciate the fact that this is very black, but because it is so black and pigmented, this would be the only way I personally would feel comfortable using it, because like black scares me. And again, I know I could wash my face and stuff, that I probably should practice, but I don't know. Either I don't have time to do that, or I'm not brave enough. If I'm going to be honest. And we are just lining the lash line. And again, this is my favorite brush for that because it's so small. And it really does get in there. And you can create the thinnest of lines with this brush because it is so small. It's crazy. And it's the Refer, which I talk about all the time, so I'm sure you figured that one out. Alright. I think I got both eyes the same. I used the Tarte Fake Awake, the cream liner for the waterline. And now we're going to curl the lashes. I know I'm curling. So we're going to curl this lash because I need you to see the Gucci mascara. Alright, so let's curl her. I think this eye, the lashes are a little better on it, so I'm hoping that this mascara is better. The wand is different. Like, it's still hard bristles and everything, but not as many as the original. And I want to say the formula is more dry in this one than the other one. So depending on how you like your mascara, you know what I mean, you might like this one better, you might not. So we are going to start with the top lashes with this. And try to get it on there without poking ourselves. Like, on one hand, the formula, I'm not a fan of it. It's kind of different than what I'm used to be fair. Because I don't think I technically would have bought this if it wasn't Gucci. Because of the way the wand looked. But it's growing on me. Because I think it's because I'm getting used to the formula. It's just different. I don't know how to explain it, really, the formula. And I'm trying to keep it off of those bottom lashes. I didn't experience transfer with this through the day, but I really made sure my lashes were, or my eye was set good with powder, because I do think this might transfer, unfortunately. And again, you can see that my lashes aren't as long as they once were, due to the fact that I haven't been using the serum. And even though this brush, great, I got it on my face, oh well, is kind of hard bristled like the other one, it doesn't separate through the lashes like the other one does. Or as good as the other one does, let's say that. It does do it, but not as well as the original. And I hope they're not getting rid of that one for this one, because that would make me sad. Although I guess if you combined them, like did this one first, and then went in with the other one, because I believe this one is for volume and the other one is for like separation and length, that it might work. But I don't know who has time to do that. Like, I don't have time to sit here and even fuss with this. And it is a lot of fussing to get it coming out looking good. I'm not going to lie. And for the price point, I really shouldn't have to fuss with it. But when I do fuss with it, and I give it its proper, you know, time to sit and then do another coat and fuss with it some more, it is kind of worth it, like the way it looks. But again, I could achieve the look so much quicker with something else. So I don't know. I kind of think that if I say so, I don't know, it means no. You know what I mean? Because if it's something I think you should buy, like, it should be right there. You know what I mean? Whereas if you have any kind of trouble, it's like it should just be a no, because there's just too much good makeup out here. And I do like the packaging of it. It does feel sleek and like it is heavy and all that good stuff for like the price point, but I personally am not a fan of like black and gold. I much prefer the like lighter pinky peachier color. But that's just me. I think some people would love that color more than the other one, to be fair. Probably a majority. But not me. Alright, so now I'm going to fuss through this with this thing. Trying to make sure they're all separated as best as can be. And I'm pushing them up to hold that curl somewhat. I feel like this is really heavy mascara too. It's so weird the way this is. It really, really is. Like, and I can't explain it. But I don't think that it's something you need to run out and buy either. If you got it, I don't even think, like usually I'll say if you get it, you're not going to be disappointed. But for the price point, who made it, I think you would be. Alright, I got it somewhat separated, I suppose. And I didn't make it too terrible of a mess. Man, this video is going to be so long. I'm so sorry. It's just been so long since I've been on here that I just want to chat. Catch up. Like, I need to catch up with you all. What have you all been doing? Working, probably. I hear you there. And I'm trying to find balance. Like, I don't know if you all have this problem between work and, like, work, home, hobby, as in this for me, to where I can do it all. And it's just, like, hard to do. I think maybe it'll get easier in time. But I don't know when. For the bottom lashes, we're going to go Lancome. And then we're done. I was just applying some more of that lip. Crushed Velvet by Too Faced on my lips because me talking so much, it kind of went into the lip. Soaked it right up. Alright. And I think I got that one good enough there. Alright, I think we're done. My oils are definitely coming through now. I can see it. It's not a bad thing, though. I don't know. I think the makeup turned out alright. Nothing spectacular with any of the products, really, so there is that. I just want something new, I think. Something that's different and fun and exciting, you know what I mean? This is a pretty look, though, overall, and at the end of the day, that's all you kind of really want to do, you know? It's not like I got to go wash my face and start over, let's just say that. But I could definitely see some flaws in it, for sure. But overall, it's a good makeup day, you know what I mean? So with that said, I am going to go do laundry, pick up the kids, and make some dinner. Fun times, huh? But let me know what you all been doing. I have missed you. I've missed doing this. I've missed being able to just sit down and play in makeup. I'm not gonna lie. I do. But I can say that I can definitely do it 2 days a week. For sure, because I'm off. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. My days off change though, so I can't really guarantee any days. But I can guarantee 2 videos for the most part, for sure. So I think that's what we're gonna do. And just start with that as a, you know, one foot in front of the other type of thing, and maybe I can build off of that is my hope anyway. But anyway, I will let you go. Leave down in the comments what Do you have these products? Do you like any of them? How do you use them? Maybe I'm using them wrong, you know, who knows? Um, but these are just my thoughts and opinions, so take them as a grain of thought, as a grain of salt. And I will see you. I'm off in a day. So I'm off today, I work tomorrow, and then I'm off again, so you should have a video up then. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.